Jerry Stahl and I go just so far back. I love to remind him of this. He always thinks I'm kidding, but I was living in Los Angeles for 4 years, some years ago, and I did move here. One of the reasons was Jerry Stahl. The other was Hubert Selby. Selby's dead, Jerry's alive. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Jerry's just the best. What can I say? Now get up here and prove yourself, man. He's reading from his book, I think, Bad Sex on Speed. It's gonna be good. He's my favorite. What, I don't know, but he's my favorite.
Thanks a lot. Oddly, I have no cum in my asshole.
Can I roadie for you?
Sure.
Sorry. This is not the first time I've been in front of Jerry doing this. I can assure you. Come on, get it up. Come on, Jerry. A little higher. There. Oh, perfect.
Such a romantic.
I told you
Such a romantic.
I told you I loved him. I didn't tell you how.
Yes, no cum in the asshole, but kosher rim jobs. There is a raffle. This is from Bad Sex on Speed. I did drugs once or twice, and it left me with not much of a linear capacity for thinking, or an attention span. So I'm going to be reading in 5 small sections. 1, Bad Sex on Speed. Somebody's still on speed in the audience, and they just can't stop yapping. I love it. But I'm sure it's important. The rush, the terror, the acrid stink of your sweat soaking through furniture 3 blocks away. Speaking of stink, here apparently a theme this evening. What is that? Did somebody piss under your arms? Is that possible? Could they have pissed in your armpits 3 weeks ago and you just now noticed? I like that laugh of recognition, man. It says I'm home. Like, say, when you get in a cab and the seat's wet after a pack of frat boys beer up too hard and leave bud puddles? Hop inside and question, why does your God hate you? You hear the splat when you hit the seat, but answer, because you're a fucking tweaker. You don't know your full wet ass till you swish out of the cab. People never call the police until it's wet ass time. Al Pacino, Sea of Love. Speed keeps you so clammy you can't feel damp. Just one of the many advantages. Fucking alcoholics. Where's the dignity? Remember that dancer, Lola, Lurleen, Patricia, with the misspelled devil ink on her neck? Hail satin. Not a mistake, it's a statement. It was Lurleen. She had some kind of jailhouse hair lip that slurred her words to the left. You ass maggot, you think I'm a fucking creatine? Upscale. She's probably here tonight. After 11 vodka tonics, you'd see day workers hand her 5 sweaty dollar bills to lift her skirt and gaze in her labia, which weirdly resembled a pair of chimp ears. You'd seen one once in a French Quarter voodoo store. It was supposed to bring its owner lifelong protection and success. From the moment the Sisters of Marie Laveau gift shop door hissed shut behind you, you knew you should have bought the thing. Everything would have been different. Why are you such an asshole? Are you crying? Want to talk about how Lurleen, Darla, no, Zelda, would boot her vag needle? Let it stand up and quiver by itself, then grand finale with a Heimlich-like quiver and pass out forehead first in the bar with the rig sticking out between her legs? Boy, the energy in the room is just astonishing. Everybody's on down. The pink tip made it weirdly like a little dog's organ, aroused. You suffer compulsive thoughts, sometimes just images that you do not want to think, but cannot stop thinking. This is one of them. Sometimes she'd wet herself. Who wouldn't? $5 more she'd croak when she came to and saw her condition. Of course you have ADHD. It's not like there's not a medical reason to stand in a puddle and stick your finger in a socket. You were talking about, what was her name? Not Lurleen. Now that you think, it was something showbiz. Delilah? De Niro. maybe. One of De Niro's through the panty shots ended up abscessing, giving her what she called cauliflower vagina. That's pretty good, you said. And she said she had a degree in English, but they didn't pay her to talk about Chaucer with her thong pulled sideways. I know what you're thinking, highbrow. Sometimes you just can't be afraid to go for the high IQ action. But now we're going to go back to wherever the fuck I left off. Part 2, crashing. Crashing. What's that like? Remember how you felt the first time you couldn't get it up? The scalding rage, the way Cheeto Dry Cindy Carminucci looked at you when you tried to cram your 16-year-old shame handle into her? Look at you, 20 years later, the episode still has you assuming the cringe position. You raised your sweaty face, your eyes met hers, and she looked at you like you were some kind of a cripple, a sex gimp. The original title of my first autobiography, matter of fact. Crashing is that feeling, that kind of fun, some version of non-stop. From the minute you wake up, if you sleep, which you don't, you're not an amateur. Part 3. I hope you know where he's been, because I can see you sharing. I can hear that cum in the asshole thing. It's one of those images, just ripped through your mind. What people who were never addicted don't understand. You did not do this shit for pleasure. You did it for relief. Plus the voices. Did you mention them? How you'd miss them when they were not around? But when it was working and you felt good, you flipped through the days like a two-legged defibrillating heart in constant love. What a romantic. Shoot enough and the world whooshed to quiet and you were content just to sit, maybe drool a little, calm as a hyperactive toddler after his first lick of a Ritalin lollipop. Just 2 more sections and you can all go back to your Blackberries and your iPhones.
No, they can't.
We're tweeting. We're all tweeting. I can smell the tweets. Part 4, in the D Speedway, day 1. You write a poem with doorbell and cerebellum appearing in the same sentence 36 times. They give you something for the shakes and put an ice cube in your mouth, which cracks badly at the corner. Your blood appears to be plaid. Day 2. A counselor, later to become famous in a rehab reality show, no names please, keeps asking you in group what your deal is. After the 5th time, when he's standing right over you, you finally start to answer, and he laughs and yells in your face from 2 inches away, "Bullshit!" None of this is autobiographical, it's all fiction. But what isn't? Day 3, you see the albino. He had some kind of paint thinner methadone incident in his mother's carnival, grabbing men and women's palms on the midway, reading them and weeping. You don't want to know. You don't want to fucking know. You can't remember if he's the one who hung himself or became regional vice president of Nabisco, South America. Day 4. You were tired of not being a centipede. You just want a patch of dirt, somewhere you do not have to keep pretending to know how to be human. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, part 5. We get on with the Lydia part of the show. Part 5. What a good drug does. What a good drug does is make you believe perfection is what you are going to feel forever, then take it away. Throw you out of the cushioned fun car onto a rocky shoulder, shrink your 900-page thoughts back to garble, de-Dorian Gray your brain. I'm sorry, what? Are you still talking? Remember the fake punk in Berlin who bit off his scrotum? Performance art. Be honest, Sparkle Pony. How's your life going? Really? Have you looked in the mirror lately? No, really look. Good for you. Hold on to that magic. Thanks a lot.
Yeah!